Hello, this is Narsic Rad here, and today we're going to do our second project in Visual Studio. We are going to create a calculator. I think this is a pretty fun project, and you can use the things that you learned and hopefully learn little bit more. So we're just going to jump right into it. We're going to click New Project right here. We already have, we need to change our selection here, Visual Studio, Visual Tutorials, and we are going to name our project Calculator. Now we have our form. We learned this last video. We can change, do not need that there. In this last video, we can change the text from form 1 to calculator. And we're going to throw in a couple text boxes. Now that we have our text box here, we can actually, if we have this selected, hit Control, click and drag, and this will create another text box for us. As you see, text box 1 in the name, and text box 2. Now that we have that, we will add a few buttons. We need 4 of them for this specific calculator. There we go. So this one is going to be our add. And we want to change the name too, so we can keep track of this, and especially using in our code. It is going to be btn add. This one, btn subtract. This one will be multiply. And this one will be divide. And just a little bit of formatting here to make everything look nice. We can go under Format, Horizontal Spacing, make equal, Format, Center, and Form. So we also want to change the names of these text boxes. So we go txt num1, txt num2. And actually we're going to create one more for the answer to whatever math problem we use here. And we will name this txt answer. And under this, we don't really want our user to be able to put anything in here because this is going to be our answer text box. We're going to read only and select true. And that way, you can see when we run this program, I can't put anything in there. It'll select it, but I can't do anything. So now we're going to go into add. So we'll click on add. And we want txt answer dot text. So it is selecting the text box that the user can't put anything in that will display the answer. And we're assigning a value to the text of that. Will be txt answer equals txt num1 dot text plus txt num2 dot text. Now this isn't right yet. It might look right, but it's not, and I'll show you why right now. You see txt num1.text and txt num2.text. This will combine the text in both of those. So when we're trying to do a math problem here, say we have 10 and 10. Now we want to add those together. Now the answer is not going to be what you think it is. 1010. You'll see that it just put these together, just concatenated them and smashed them together. And obviously that isn't the answer. So what we're going to do here is we want Visual Studio to identify this text as an integer, not as a string. So we will put both of these in parentheses here. Right before we put C, I, N, T. And this converts an expression to the integer data type. So this will allow Visual Studio to identify what is in these text boxes as an integer, not as a string. And you will see that it makes a world of difference in our math operation. Put 25 and 25. Before, we would say 2,525. Now we get the correct answer of 50. So now we really just need to go under these buttons and put in the correct code for them. So we can just copy the code that we have there and just change the addition symbol to a subtraction for multiply and for divide. Also for these, just to make them look a little, oh, vertical spacing, make equal. And now we will see if our program runs correctly. Let's do 20, excuse me, and 10. Add together, we get 30. Subtracting, we get 10. Multiplying 200. Divide, we get 2. And so far, everything's going well. I'm just going to show you a little bit more how to make this program run a little bit better. And we will go under View, and this is Tab Order. So this sets the order for whenever you hit your Tab key. So it starts at 0 and goes up to as many objects as you have. So what we're going to do here is we're going to set it in the most efficient way. So if we were a user, we could just tab through here. 0, 1. We don't want to select the text box right here because we won't be using it for anything. So we'll go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then View, Tab, Stop to close it. And if we click on this text box for our answer, we will go to Behavior right here. And you see the tab index is 0 and tab stop is true. So if we kept hitting tab, we will go to that. Now we don't want that. So we're going to select false on here. So now when we go on here, it tabs right through to what we want. So we could put 20 plus 10, we get 30, multiply, we get 200. Now say we want to change it. 15 and 10, add, subtract, multiply, divide. It just makes everything go a lot quicker. Now, I hope you enjoyed this little project. Again, this is a quick one. I will go into a longer explanation, show you a couple more tricks in the next video, but I just wanted you to get a feel for this project. Experiment with it. Try different things on it. In the next video especially, I want to go over error handling because, as you can see, you can't really guarantee what the user is going to put in. So if we put in here for our first number 25 and then our second ALMAO, we go to add, it crashes our program because it can't take ALMAO and turn that into an integer for obvious reasons. So in the next video, we will be going over error handling, something that really you can use in this project and really all the projects that you create in Visual Studio, because eventually when you create a project, the user is going to do something that you didn't want them to do or something that you didn't even think that they would do. And we'll go over some things to help handle that so it won't crash the program for the user and they won't lose any of their data, because obviously that is a bad thing and we're trying to make efficient, clear programs. So I hope you enjoyed this little project. I enjoyed making it. It's actually one of the funner projects. You can do a lot with it. You can change a lot. You can experiment a lot. And I think it's a really good one for learning and developing your skills in Visual Studio. So again, this is Narsec Brad. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one.